Hello, welcome back to the channel. As most of you know, I'm Topher, and for those of you who don't know and just randomly decided to click on my video, welcome to the channel. I'm Topher, thank you for stopping by. So we're here to do a reaction, and we're diving back into the Untamed. We're diving into episode 2. I only had plans to watch the one episode in this reaction session, but I really enjoyed it. So we're going to dive into the second episode because, well, it's my channel and I can do what I want to. Yeah, so let's just dive in and see where episode 2 takes us. Okay, so this episode we met some new characters. We got to see some old characters again, and we got a little bit of flashbacks to the past. There's so many ways my brain is going. Like I'm really enjoying this, but there's so many ways my brain is going, trying to like piece together what could potentially be happening, where things are going to go, what storylines could happen with what we've seen so far, and it's exciting. This very much felt kind of like I said a number of times growing up, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Charmed, some of my favorite shows growing up. I'll probably say that like every episode. Get used to it. But it very much felt in the realm of like kind of Monster of the Week for those kind of series where like the big bad we had was this stone, statue, whatever, that come to life and sucking souls and all that kind of stuff. And we might deal with it a little bit more in the next couple episodes or whatever, but it felt very much like, okay, this particular storyline may not be super duper relevant to the overarching plot of the season or the series. It's just some nice world building. It's nice world building. It gives us a chance to showcase some more of these powers that different people have some nice fight choreography, lots of great visuals, lots of great effects and whatnot. But it may not necessarily be super duper relevant to the overarching goal. Like, will this stone monster statue thing have a huge bearing on the story in like 6 episodes? I feel like it probably won't. I'm not saying that's a bad thing in any way, shape, or form, especially since we've got 50 episodes to get through. It would not surprise me if there were a number of episodes like this that may not be 100% relevant to the whole overarching plot, but we use them for world building. That happens in a lot of long-standing series. But yeah, this very much felt in that sort of vein. I'm still piecing together, or trying to figure out how these different clans all intertwine or relate to one another. Obviously, they're different. They're dressed differently, so they're different clans. Although the one clan's nephew is dressed exactly like Zhan and his boys. So I thought he was one of their boys, but he's not. He's with the other clan. So I'm like, no, I'll get used to it. But yeah, I like the introduction of that character. Let me go to my drama list because I'm just going to sit here and refer to them as that character and that boy. Let's see. Zhang, I think. Or Cheng. Oh, they all look so different without their costumes and their wigs. I think Cheng is the uncle. And he's got those ears. I love those ears. Got a great jawline. Yeah, I think that's the uncle. I think that one is the nephew. So Cheng, oh God, that man's face is beautiful. All their faces are beautiful. So we have Cheng, who was the person who allegedly killed Wuxia. And I say allegedly because, again, we didn't see the the blade penetrate. We didn't see, the body was never found. And then there at that last scene where they're like, you know, he hasn't, you use the purple lightning and it only, you know, it works on people who are possessed, and the only way for Wuxian to come back, because his body was destroyed and, you know, his soul was destroyed, or whatever, however they phrase it. So the only way for him to come back is through possession, and your purple lightning didn't work on this guy, so clearly he's not possessed by Wuxian. So that's not the case. It's the only way he would be able to come back is possession, because you killed him, right? You killed him. And it's like, did he kill him? Did he not kill him? Because he didn't answer. He seemed a little hesitant there. So I'm like, okay, did he actually not kill him? Was his intent not to kill him? Were we just trying to make it seem as though Wuxian died? Or what was he trying to kill him, and we're just uncertain whether or not he killed him? Why were you trying to kill him? You guys, in that final little flashback we had there, you guys clearly seemed like you're on the same side and you were great friends. So like, what went wrong? What went awry? How did we get from 16 years ago to me plunging a sword into you cliffside and trying to, you know, kill you? What happened? What happened? Don't tell me. No spoilers. I'm just spitballing right now. So yeah, we had that. We had the introduction of his little bratty ass nephew, who's got a larger sense of grandeur than he actually has the ability to stand. He thinks highly of himself and his skills when he's still very much a novice in training in comparison to some of these others, big players. I do like, I like how fun and fantasy this magic feels. So like when he was interacting with the asshole nephew kid and basically just put like the little gingerbread man looking charm on his back that just pinned him down to the ground. I'm like, that's fun. That's fun. There's a lighthearted nature to this, so it's not all just like intense, just drama. Like there's a lighthearted comedy to it. There's a sense of whimsy about it. Again, great soundtrack. We had the brief little interaction with the one girl who lost her husband, then lost her mind, going to pray at the temple, who's, you know, eating souls and all that kind of stuff. Don't know what happened to the temple groundskeeper, if he was ever actually there, because Wuxian was sitting there thinking past, oh, this person's family or their, you know, whatever is buried here, and then he turns around and the groundskeeper's gone. It's like, girl, where'd he go? Was he actually there? Who knows? Witchcraft. I'm just kind of scrubbing through the episode. So then the statue awoke and started chasing them. They're trying to fight it off. Nothing. They don't have any signal shells to alert the more powerful leaders of the tribe to come and help them. So then little asshole nephew boy comes flying in with his bow and arrow, which I'm pretty sure he had the signal shells, because they're like, light off the signals. He's like, no, I'm gonna prove myself. I can handle this. Plot twist, he could not handle this. So then Zhan stole someone's sword, chopped up some bamboo, made himself a nice little flute, and he just started playing and playing and playing. They're like, why are you playing, you crazy? And he's like, no, he's not crazy. And he summoned from the depths of hell this other guy, Ying, and I'm like, Lord? He looked like he was ripped straight out of the underworld, the netherrealm, bound in chains, and I'm like, Lord, what demon did you just summon? So yes, he was able to just kind of boom, bam, boom, destroy the statue, and then they're like, oh, it's just an illusion. It's just an illusion. So it's like, okay, there's something else at play here. Why was that demon statue just, or fairy statue, just an illusion? Who formed that illusion? And he's Wuxian was sitting here thinking that, you know, someone might have done it in order to get him to summon waning potentially. Like there's lots of things at play right here. Anywho, sexy Uncle Man comes flying in and starts questioning asshole nephew. And then they're like, Wei Ning's back, and he summoned him, and he's like, oh, you're back. So then that, like we already saw earlier in the episode where Zhan kind of realized that, okay, this is Wuxia somehow. He's back. So now Cheng also realizes that, hey, he back. So he's trying to strike him with his purple lightning, and obviously it didn't work. We already touched on all that stuff. And then we spent the rest of the episode in a flashback. Wuxian's like, you know what, if I could go back to 16 years ago, oh, I wish I could. And then we just kind of flash back to him, Cheng, and the elder sister that he mentioned when he was looking in the pond. Yeah, and they seem to be on great terms. So I'm just curious to see what happened. What took us from that point to where we are now? What happened in their relationship? Was it all the tiger emblem? Was there something else? What happened? What happened to turn Wuxian into this ultimate villain that we're writing him as this universe's greatest villain, according to all of these townsfolk. Everyone who mentions his name has nothing but awful things to say about him and how he was. I'm like, they're out here talking like he's Hitler or something, which I'm like, Lord Jesus, what did he do? Because I've not seen anything from him yet, but perspective changes depending on all the information you have. So who knows, maybe we'll get more information and we'll find out, yes, he actually was Hitler or something. I don't foresee that being the case, but like, what happened to make the entire universe hate this man and blame him for everything bad in the world? What happened? Don't tell me. I'm speaking to the universe. Just what happened? I don't know. I'm excited to see. But once again, love the cinematography, love the soundtrack, love the fantasy element of the magic, love how the magic's being used throughout the series, and a lot of the effects, the special effects, like I think I said last episode, are reminding me of those series that I watched growing up on TV. It feels like a TV fantasy series that I would have watched growing up, aside from the fact that it's in Chinese and not English. But yeah, it feels like home. It feels very reminiscent. I love it. Yeah, so that was episode 2, y'all. I'm excited to see what episode 3 has in store for me. I'm not going to dive into it right now because I got other things that I need to record today, but I'll probably look at episode 3 later in the week because I have quite a bit of free time off of work this week, so we'll see. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, turn on notifications to be notified when all of my shenanigans get posted. If there's anything else you'd like me to react to, be sure to leave it down in the comments. I'll get to it as soon as I possibly can. If you'd like to support the channel in other ways, you're more than welcome to join us over on Patreon. You don't have to, but you're more than welcome to if you want to. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Love ya. And before you guys